Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm here with Ripley.
Hey.
We're going to do a Q&A. She had you guys ask her some questions on her Instagram, and so we're going to answer them.
We are.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. When did you first start messing around with makeup?
My mom, when I was younger, really only let me wear like clear mascara, and I was allowed to have a little compactive powder when I was in high school. I never really started wearing makeup until I was in college, and when I did, I just kind of went ham with black eyeliner underneath. It almost like if you were to flame it and it would melt a little bit and smear it on where you'd almost have those chunks. And then even when I first moved up to San Francisco from Arizona, which was 6 years ago now, I used to just wear like Bare Minerals. I'd wear like the Bare Minerals foundation, and I just had eyelash extensions on, or like the 3-prong ones.
Oh God!
And that's all I really wore. I never really wore eye makeup. Never wore lipstick. I'd only wear like lip glosses or something. You know what?
You had those juicy lips.
Well, you know what it is. I moved up to San Francisco, and I didn't know anybody. My company put me in a hotel for 2 months while I got to know like my way around. And since I didn't know anybody, I was bored, so I started watching tons of YouTube. Honestly. And then I started buying so much makeup that these girls were doing, because I was like...
And then you're just like...
Yeah. And then I was like, let's play with it. Yeah, that's exactly how it happened.
Do you remember what you did the morning of 9/11?
Yeah. Wasn't a good thing.
No.
Because I went to school in UMass Amherst, and that's not too far. I mean, it's about an hour outside of Hartford, Connecticut. You could see the smoke. In the sky, and at the time we didn't know what was going on. My aunt and uncle were both in the towers when they were hit. My aunt had post-traumatic stress.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry. You guys were both...
No, my aunt and my uncle.
Your aunt and your uncle, okay.
Yeah, well, uncle by marriage, so my aunt's husband. They worked at Blue Cross Blue Shield at the time, and that was in the towers. So he even has a key to the towers that he was awarded long before all of that happened. And so when I was at school, we didn't know what was going on. All of a sudden, like, cell phone service stopped, or you get like busy signals. And so we know school was canceled, and they weren't really giving us a whole lot of information of what was going on at the time.
Right.
So I remember people were like, hey, let's have a party, everyone come over to like our apartment or something. And then all of a sudden the news, it started reporting all of this stuff. Then we saw the second
how
plane.
Old were you? I think I was 17.
I was a sophomore in college at the time.
I was 17.
No, I was junior in college.
17? Wait, no. How old are you?
I'm going to be 36.
We're only a year apart.
I'm going to be 36 in
We're
November.
2 years apart. Oh.
But I remember because sophomore year in college, I lived in a different apartment. So it was my junior year of college. Okay. And a bunch of my friends had relatives in New York.
I was still in high school.
Yeah.
Was it senior? Maybe? What? I don't know. Math, whatever.
Yeah.
Weirdest, funniest fan or hater situation?
Oh, there's a lot.
Weirdest / funniest fan or hater situation? Oh.
You know, everybody, I don't even like to say fans, because I don't know.
Yeah, they're not fans.
Yeah, no, it's just viewers.
Yeah.
I think, because I don't like calling, I don't ever want to name subscribers something, because I want everyone to be their own person. I don't want to make it like
followers is even bad, too. I don't like followers.
Subscribers, I like that.
Yeah, because you choose to subscribe.
Yeah, I have a bunch of people, like, I live... to fuck with trolls. Like, I don't know, I probably should get myself checked out, because the level of enjoyment I take from it is probably not healthy. Like, there's something wrong with me. But I just love, like, this is the thing, I will never attack somebody, but if someone's gonna come on my channel and talk shit to me, or be a rude asshole, or spread rumors about me, you can be shit sure I'm gonna say something back. And people will tell you, like, you shouldn't engage with them. It's like, I answer tons of questions if people watch my videos. So if I want to answer a troll that makes it through Ronnie, because, that's another thing. And I have a comment moderator. People don't, a lot of times they don't understand this. Every single comment gets held for approval. I only leave the first couple minutes of my video open, and then I move it to approval. And every single comment gets held for review. And some people may not like that, but my channel is not a democracy. I don't work hard on my videos for people to come and talk shit to me. Right. So if someone's going to tell me to kill myself or whatever, it keeps me in my comment section. That's why I think a lot of people don't engage with their viewers, because it's a minefield. Going through your comment section to watch someone say, kill yourself, C-word, or whatever. So Ronnie approves everything. Even Disagreements, when you see that stuff on my channel, that made it through. She deletes things telling me to hurt myself, or like just people that keep coming back after I reply and then they get nasty. So those things get deleted, and I'm not sorry about that.
No.
Mm-mm. If you want to troll, go to someone else's channel. Not
Please
having it on mine.
Do not leave it on my stuff or her stuff. Okay, so Julian asks, what has Steph learned the most from being a YouTube presence?
Maybe not always the best stuff. I'll say a couple things. One, there's way more good people in the world than bad. And I think I've always known that anyway, but it's easy. Like, a lot of times people say, why do people focus on the bad? It's because, I used this example before. If 4 people walk into work and tell you look great, the 5th one walks in and says, have you gained weight? You look like shit. What's wrong with you? We're more than likely going to focus on what that one last person said to us, which is messed up because they're the asshole minority. You figure, like, why would I even listen to what they have to say? But you tend to focus on what the threat is or someone that's coming for you.
Right.
But I will say that there are people that are very unhinged. Mm-hmm. I've learned that because when I tell you the craziest stuff, like, people have told me that I need to change my intro because they don't like it, and then I tell them, I understand if you don't like it, you can skip ahead, but people will literally then go onto other people's channels telling people that I'm a criminal.
Yeah.
That one crazy girl tried to say that my volunteer work with the YMCA was court-ordered for a felony because apparently they let felons hang around with children.
Because you a criminal, girl.
Yeah,
you didn't know.
But people go saying I don't disclose my sponsorships, which I don't do sponsorships, but my affiliates I always have. Mm-hmm. But people are just crazy, so I've just learned that I can't trust everybody. Like, I was having people email me and answer a lot of their questions, and it's definitely made me put up more of a wall. It made my skin even thicker than it was.
Right.
Like, I can take a lot of shit, but now it's just like,
fuck it.
Yeah, in the beginning, you want to kind of please everybody. Like, I am a people pleaser when it comes to things at work. Like, I want my parents to think I do a good job. I want my boss to think I do a good job. And if someone asks me a question, I want to answer everybody. But I've just learned there's so many more of everybody else and just one of me. Like, I can't possibly keep up. And when I was trying to, it was making me miserable because I was tired all the time. I felt stressed and like I wasn't doing a good job.
But it's the entitlements. The entitlements are annoying.
Yeah. And,
Stop it.
And there is a lot of that. But I also think it just shows that there are strength in numbers. And when people don't like something on the internet, holy shit, it can be a shitstorm.
It can be.
Literally.
It can
be. Wrath.
It can be.
A wrath.
Yes.
You're like, whoa, but the good news is, and this goes for even younger kids, is it's only online. Unplug it. You unplug and it's gone.
Right.
It's gone. And then you can live your everyday life and not pay attention to that. It's important. I think a lot of content creators I know, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I find their entire world is social media. Mm-hmm. It's Snapchatting their whole life. It's on Instagram Live. It's on Twitter. And I'm never on a lot of those things just because I can't have a balance of that and a personal life. Like, none of my friends want me to be around with my camera and my phone out the whole time. They're like, hey, asshole, put your phone away, pay attention to us. Yeah.
Talk to me. Have a conversation with me.
So I think it's important to realize that you need to have real people in your life too, not just online. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this person wants to know what your favorite high shine shadows with no glitter are.
Natasha Denona. Mm-hmm. Her metallics, her duochromes are my favorite because I love the way that they shift.
She's good.
Yeah, they are good.
I'm pissed off about the price, though.
But you know what?
Good.
When you look, one of her pans is bigger than the Makeup Forever. And Makeup Forever are $21 a shadow. I know. They are nauseatingly nice. But the thing that I like is she's coming out with those smaller palettes. But they're still I know, but you still get a shit ton of shadows.
Okay, but they're still expensive.
I know they are.
I mean,
and I would never buy them individually though, because then they're a gigantic ripoff. Like $21 or $27 a shadow.
Gift me. I will take it. Sponsor me. I'll take. She doesn't take sponsorships. I'll take to Natasha Denona sponsorship.
No. But they are good shadows.
They are great.
They are nice.
Oh. So angry when I use it.
But you know what? The more affordable one that is really nice too is Colored Rain.
She's amazing.
Colored Rain, and not just that. What about the Feather River Body?
Feather River Body.
Her and I did like a fucked up get ready with me yesterday.
Oh yeah, it's fucked up. We look fucked. I look fucked.
Those shadows are really nice too, and they're affordable. And even Makeup Geek foiled. I mean, those are all decent shadows, good shadows, especially if you consider the price: $6 versus $27.
Okay, but I'm more likely to buy from Feather River Body than Makeup Geek, and I can't necessarily tell you why. That's just me. Yeah, I like them more.
Yeah, no, I like them too. But I'm just saying, if someone wants like an ease of access or.
Right.
Those are all good brands.
Yeah.
Juvia's place too.
Juvia's mother.
You know what though? You can't buy them individual, just in the palettes, but those are all good shadows. And
they're like the whole palette's $20. What?
I don't remember.
$2?
I push old information out for new information. I can't remember.
20 something. Okay, they're 20 something. They're good. Visor. We didn't even say Viziart.
Because I don't like their foils. They're metallics.
Oh, right. Someone wants to know the meaning behind your tattoos.
I was going to do a tattoo video. I did a piercing one that I have on age restricted. Again, just because, not because I'm super uptight. I just am not comfortable advocating things that I've decided at my age are right for me to younger kids. Uptight. And for me, like, my whole sleeve on this side is all stuff for my family and places I've lived and things I love. And I don't want to have anybody have that vision into my life, that doesn't know me online, so they can critique everything and rip me apart for things, or my family. So I just think sometimes it's best to keep some things private, and that's something that I will be keeping private. But if you guys ever want me to do like a tattoo care video of how to take care of your tattoos after, and like sunscreen and making sure they don't fade, I'd be happy to do that. Your first time getting drunk? No.
Just no? No. No.
I was a young kid, I was a senior in high school. It wasn't a good thing. I was always really obedient of what my parents' wishes were, and I had some health issues when I was younger, and I kind of freaked out. So that's not something I want to glorify to kids. I got really sick. I vomited everywhere, and I thought I was going to die. Don't drink until you're 21.
Don't drink. Just
and
stop.
even then,
just don't even
partake
do it.
With moderation.
Right. If Morphe offered you a job with them to formulate better eyeshadows, making double what you make now, would you take the job?
No.
Why?
Reasons I can't legally explain. Not to shoot myself in the foot down the road for stuff, but I would never work with them. They're not a brand I stand behind. I don't like their ethics. I don't like the owner. So no, I would never. And they're not interested in formulating better shadows. They're interested in making maximum profit with the least amount invested, which a lot of brands are.
The shade. That's true, though.
Yeah.
Is there a price to pay from being honest?
And I've said this too. I think, don't get me wrong. I love it when people say, like, oh, you're the only honest person that I watch or something. There are a lot of honest people online. And there are some people that maybe think they're being honest when you really... Okay, so I love Ripley. If she came out with an eyeshadow palette and I thought it was shitty, first of all, she wouldn't. But I'm saying if I thought it was shitty, I wouldn't review it on my channel because I'm kind of a hard ass like that. But I think a lot of people might feel pressure to be like, oh, you love me. Are you going to use this? Are you going to tell your best friend, like, your products suck and then tell other people online? Yeah. So I don't think it's that these people are going in lying about it. I think they're trying to find the good to say about something, which I just don't have a problem. And I've been called negative. That's cool. They can call me negative. You don't like me, that's fine.
But sometimes they are trying to lie.
Sometimes they do try to dupe you. Like, sometimes I know damn well there's some products, and I can give everyone, like, we all have different tastes. There's been some stuff that I've used that's so terrible. I know there is no way anybody likes it. No. No, there are some things that I've used that I'm just like, no one likes this. Like, I can tell no one likes this.
I feel that way about Huda. I will feel that way every day about Huda.
So, yeah, there are some certain products that I know that people are maybe kind of lying about. But in general, in the beginning, I got more hate, I think, because people didn't understand that I'm just, like, calm. And, again, when I sit in a room to film, I come with information prepared. I think one of my favorite comments is, you already went into this review with knowing what you felt like. It's like, yeah, dipshit, I've been using the product for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Of course I know when I'm sitting down. It's not like it's all learned when I start rolling the camera. So, yeah. I mean, now I think more people understand. I review for consumers. I don't review for brands. I want people to be happy with how they spend their money. And so if people
sweet.
No, it's not even, you know what it is that I have drawers full of stuff. And while I have a good job and it's not, it isn't as big of a stretch for me. There are a lot of people, I don't have kids and stuff. I support myself. That's all I really have. So for people that have families and other things, a $42 eyeshadow palette is an investment. It is a big deal and something you're treating yourself. So a lot of these people, when you get wrapped up in making 6, 7, some making 8 figures a year on YouTube, to them it's like, oh, it's no big deal if I say that this is awesome and it's not really that good. I just only want to recommend things that I honestly love.
Honestly.
We may have different opinions on some stuff, but I tried to make sure that, in my opinion, I think it's the best of the best.
And even her and I have different opinions about things.
I'm going to go troll you, bitch. You don't like... You like the Pat McGrath highlights?
I love everything Pat McGrath. How could you not like her?
No, I like her. I just thought that highlighter was overpriced.
It was overpriced.
Yeah,
everything is overpriced. Oh, was that the argument?
Yeah. No, it was nice, but for that cost, I was like, no.
No, it is very... I don't have hair, so this won't stay on my head, so relax. But everything is overpriced. She's overpriced. Everything she is selling.
When you look at how much any of it is to produce versus how much they sell it for. Yeah.
But I'm buying it. Quick. Buying it up. Mm-hmm. Have any of your trolls ever struck a nerve? How are you so thick-skinned?
I think it's that... You know what I find funny is that when I've talked about some of these things, like even the volunteer work, people get really mad. Like, oh, I feel like people are rubbing it in the face. It's like, to me, it is
volunteer work?
Yeah, because when I said something, like I had my volunteer video, I had to take that down because that crazy lunatic.
You did? Oh,
girl, I told you, that crazy lunatic.
No,
she started trolling the little girl from the YMCA because I wouldn't change my intro.
Psychos.
Yes.
Y'all psycho.
Yeah.
Not the good ones. We love you.
Yeah. But that girl, no, it doesn't. Just because, if anything, I'm a confrontational person.
Me too.
I've always been. So if someone approaches me with, like, some kind of hate or nasty shit, my reaction is to lunge right back. So what I've tried to learn, though, is that not everything warrants a response. I always joke around. I'm like Marty McFly. Mm-hmm. I cannot let someone call me a chicken and walk away. Right. Like, I have a problem with that sometimes because I'm like, let me tell you something about you that you don't know.
Right. Mm-hmm. Come in.
So, I think it's just learning who you are. Like I said, I brought up that with the volunteer stuff. Like, I am a good person. Like, I volunteer my time. I donate money. I do the best I can for people. And so if some little asshole online is going to tell me, you suck, it's like, oh, like, you don't know me, and what are you doing? Trolling people at home? I'm sure you're very successful and happy in life.
Right. And a lot of these trolls don't know you. They think that they know people that they watch on YouTube. Mm-hmm. You don't know nothing. No. You know nothing.
Well, I think it's also because I seem so flat affect. Like, literally, I look like I have the personality of a wet dish rag on video. But that's because I come with information and I'm presenting it just like I would for work. So, no, nothing's like, oh my God, I just found this rag in my palette. It's like... No, that shit's not a shock to me. It's like,
can you imagine you doing that every video?
No, in my voice, everyone would want to kill me. Right. I hate listening to my own voice when I'm editing.
My mom loves her fucking voice.
Thanks, Mom.
Loves it. Like, I love listening to her.
I'm like, if I had down for every time I heard that, I'd have 10 cents.
I'd have to. Shut your mouth. Stupid.
No. People just need to know themselves. You need to know yourself, and if you're a crappy person, then you probably feel bad about some of the stuff that people say. If I was, this is the thing. Okay, so I'm 35. I'll be 36 soon. If I did this 10 years ago, or maybe like more ago, I would probably feel fucked up for the stuff that people say to me, because you're learning who you are. At my age, I know who I am. No one can presume to tell me anything about myself that I don't already know, even my shortcomings, my faults. So nothing is a surprise to me. So if someone's like, your voice is annoying, I'm like, tell me something I don't know.
Exactly.
But it's like,
fat.
Yeah, some people get mad about that, and they're like, that's so mean, you shouldn't say that about yourself. It's like, no, I can accept there are some things, like my mom's voice is annoying, my sister's voice is annoying, my voice is annoying. Yeah, it's just what it is.
I guess because I didn't grow up listening to The Voice. That it's unique to me. I like it.
We have East Coast voices. Like, my mom's from California originally, but we all have raspy Northeast voices that it sounds common where I'm from. Right. The more West Coast I came, the more people are like, "Ooh, you sound like Fran Drescher." I'm like, no, hers was a little more.
No, hers was. Now that's annoying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was that her real voice, or was she put it on?
A little bit, yeah, but she still has an annoying voice.
What is at the top of your bucket list?
I want to travel a lot more.
You just went to Bali.
I know, but when I did that, because in my mind I always think it's so expensive and out of like my reach.
Did Benefit or Tart send you?
No, I will never go on any trips. I want a vacation with people I like. Okay. I'm not even trying to be mean. Ooh. I'm not saying I don't know all those people. It's just like when I go on vacation, I don't want to be like, oh, here's a group of strangers you've never met before. Right. Let's go on vacation. To me, that wouldn't be fun, and it comes with the price, I think, long term. Yeah. But I want to go. I really want to go to Australia. I've seen the Great Wall of China. That's on my bucket list. I want to go to Egypt. I want to see the pyramids. But they're always having unrest over there, so it's kind of dangerous to travel sometimes. But I want to go to Fiji and stay at a hut in the water. Like those huts that you see with the legs in the water and they have like glass bottoms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those are things I want to do.
When are we going? I still want to go to the Bahamas.
Yeah,
Can we go to the Bahamas and then Fiji?
Yeah. But now after what we booked that for Bali, literally it was $1,150 per person. So $1,150 per person for round trip tickets to the other side of the world and hotel stay for 2 weeks.
That's not bad.
No, and then spending cash was like we could get giant meals for like $15 US. Keegan and I together.
Really?
And our cab rides were like $2.38.
Okay, but I heard that they try to like rip you off.
Yeah, they did, drivers. But still $2.38 American dollars. I'm like going up from $1.50 or something. I'm like, it's much more affordable. So just trying to take more time to travel and see more of the world and not live in my little bubble.
Yeah, culture. See some more culture. But Egypt, that will be. It's gonna be hot.
I know.
Girl, I can't be fat and hot.
I lived in Arizona. Please, you're always cold. Your cold ass feet. You would love it. You'd have your feet in the sand.
Don't talk about the cold feet.
It's so warm.
My stupid, clammy, nasty feet. This person says, I would like to ask her where does she find the courage to speak out against issues that may not affect her directly, racism and social injustices of all kinds. Many YouTubers avoid the ugly topics in any attempt to save face for their viewers or to gain viewers. Does she ever fear speaking out or hurt her professionally?
There have been some things that have got caught up with me professionally.
Yeah.
There are some things.
Can't talk about it though.
Yeah. I don't think it's so much like courage. I just think it's like I have friends just like everybody from all diverse groups. Seeing any of my friends be hurt by something or impacted, and there are things like I'm ignorant to a lot of things. I don't know everything. I can't possibly keep up on every single thing that goes on in the world. It's just not possible for me. But if someone brings an issue to me and points something out, I can definitely go and research it more and learn. But again, there are some things like I can ask Ripley or I can ask Sinead or I can ask my friend Josh. There are tons of friends that I have that I can ask about issues that are going on that I may not understand because in my mind, again, I don't think like that. Like, I don't think like a racist, so it's hard for me to understand. She really doesn't. No, but it's like hard for me to get it when some people say something like that. I'm like, said what?
Said what? What does that mean?
Yes, no, I've had to ask her.
Why does that mean that?
I asked her, I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah. And I'm like, huh?
I Google some stuff sometimes. It brings me some weird ass sites.
She'll literally ask me and be really wanting to know. She wants the education. Like, what does this mean when you guys say this to each other? If someone says this, what does that mean and why are you using it or whatever?
Because I'm asking, I'm like, is that bad? Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Because sometimes I'm like, I don't know.
Asks, yeah.
So I think, first of all, I think a lot of people and a lot of beauty bloggers are white. I think a lot of it is not wanting to talk about a topic that you might not fully understand and risk pissing people off because, again, sometimes no action to them seems better than a misstep, you know? So just avoiding something and not talking about something because you think it's stay in your lane or it's none of your business. And it also makes it so brands, these people that do this for a living, brands may choose not to work with you, although Jeffree Star is still getting, so I don't even know. But other brands may choose not to work with you because you're pissing people off. And then the moment a brand does maybe a collab or something with you, this person can now go and say, this person's insensitive, an asshole, they're racist, even if it was something that maybe they just didn't fully understand and didn't come from a place of hate. So I think a lot of people just think, keep it about makeup, keep it about beauty products, don't talk about anything else.
But that's not including your viewers that don't look like you.
Yeah.
You're not I don't know.
I just look at it like
I can get.
I look at it like I can take shit from people, so I don't mind if people get mad at me for something.
Right. Same. Yeah.
And so that part doesn't bother me. I think a lot of people though, online hate can be overwhelming. It can feel like overwhelming. I don't know how else to explain it. You would think like, and you can just turn off the computer or turn off your phone and turn on your phone again in a week, and it'll probably have all blown over because literally you can see some people. The internet will go ham for like a week, and then all of a sudden, it's like everyone forgot and back to the same old. So,
they forget a lot.
Yeah.
Or apologize for a whole group of people when they weren't attacked.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, and the same thing, if you don't have friends from a diverse background, you're probably living in a bubble, and it goes back to that thing even in my Bond video that people are like, oh, not everything is about race. that comment I said, but I think a lot of people, they do think like that because maybe they're not thinking racist thoughts. So when someone will say, well, you did this or that, and someone says, not everything is about race, which, again, is easy for someone that's white to say because you haven't been judged on it your whole life. So I think that it's maybe a lack of understanding from some people and just not wanting to rock the boat. It's like, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't go into my job with some of the shit I've said online.
True.
Because I don't have to deal with the repercussions of that. Like, if I went in and say a coworker of mine said something inappropriate, I'd be like, hey, Bob, you're kind of a dick. Or, like, I'd say something. But if it was my boss or something else, I mean, that would put me in an awkward position. I mean, my boss would never say anything like that. But I'm just saying, you do have to be careful when it's where you make your money sometimes, what you choose to talk about. And I still think that they should all engage because that is an important topic. I mean, and there's ways to do it without being a jerk, I think, but I don't know.
Right, and I think that more white people need to talk to other white people about issues. It's easier to take in what you guys are saying to yourselves. Is that how you say that?
I would say change comes from within.
Right.
Change comes from within. So even when it comes to like government or anything, if you want a structure to change, you have to get the people that are in power or the majority or whatever it is to talk to their peers because they're more likely to listen than someone that they are already saying maybe that they're racist or jerks coming from the outside trying to tell them what they're doing wrong. There's like, I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you. But if your daughter says something to you or your cousin says something to you or your neighbor says something to you or your friend says something to you, you're more likely to take it in and kind of think about what they said.
Right. Yeah. How do you try to avoid most of the stupid ass drama whilst keeping sane and being the reputable experts you are? I'm not gonna answer this because this is about Steph though, bro.
I wouldn't say I stay out of drama. I mean, I try.
Not at all.
But I've had a couple things. And to me, I'm not looking at it. And all those videos, even if I never tagged any of those, the ones that were like drama involving, I didn't monetize, so people can't use any of that against me.
Right.
It's important to talk about issues, but it goes back to that question that was prior to this one. Why do people keep their mouth shut on things? It's because it's like, you're always going to piss somebody off. Not everybody thinks alike, so you're always going to piss some group of people off.
And so I think I'm gonna lick my teeth too many times.
Yeah, no, literally. I have these Invisalign and people are like, do you breathe when you talk? I'm like, no, this is the way I talk.
Now back to the breathing. Close your mouth, swallow.
Open your mouth wider when you talk. I'm like, no, fucker, this is the way I talk. I'm not going to do face gymnastics.
Right.
People like,
make sure your eyebrows are up. Blink once.
Blink once if Stephanie's holding you hostage.
Right. Oh my God. Since you've gone vegan, has your poop changed? And if so, is it for the better?
Okay, I'm not vegan. I'm vegetarian. And I've never had a I'm a pretty regular person, so I would say
you go to the bathroom like every. It's significant.
Well, like peeing. Like
okay. Well, I don't know. I'm not in there. I don't know if you're shitting or peeing.
I drink a lot of water and shit.
You do. She does. Oh my God.
So I pee a lot.
She pees a lot.
Yeah.
Flushing. There's a lot of flushing that happens.
But my body feels better, if that's the point of the question. Like,
your body feels better?
Yeah, since I used to love red meat. And this is the thing. I mean, you can watch those scary shows of What the Health and everything. I'm never going to lecture anybody on what to eat because I eat meat for 34 years of my life.
Cowboys.
And, what you eat is such an integral part of your daily lives for a lot of people. Like, I'm Italian. Having those dinners with my family and stuff was a part of our life. So I'm never going to lecture anybody. If anybody ever wants information or why I switched, I'd be happy to share that with people, but I'm never going to lecture anybody about what to eat.
Well,
but
they want to know.
I lost weight.
They want to know.
I lost about 20 pounds when I went vegetarian, and it's not because meat makes you fat. It's because when I go to restaurants and things, my menu options are limited. Before, where I'd get like a bone-in ribeye and mashed potatoes, now I'm looking at that same restaurant, it's like I got 2 different kinds of salad and maybe a soup.
Right.
So it's like I can no longer binge on those more calorie meals. So I lost weight, my clothes fit better, I feel better. I haven't noticed a difference in my skin or hair or anything because I never really was having
it's still
significant issues for that. So, but I do feel good, and I don't know, I feel better. I don't want to say even ethically. I can't stand when people say like, oh, I'm an ethical this. It's like, well,
ethical what?
when people are like, I'm an ethical vegan or something. I'm like, so what, are you calling everyone else non-ethical? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah, they're saying, well, they don't. So they're saying that they like meat, but ethical, that they don't eat it, not for health reasons, but because they don't want to hurt animals.
Everybody takes words and just like, this is me now.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Do you, boo?
I don't even want a label. Even if I eat minimal animal products, but even if I cut them completely out, I would never identify as a vegan, just because the online vegan community is intense and not something I want to be a part of. Yeah, and I'm not saying everybody, intense, people will get mad about that, everybody. But I'm just not interested in being a part of that online community that we...
Is it that bad?
Yeah. People will be telling you that someone's a fake vegan, that you're not vegan enough.
Fake vegan?
You didn't throw away a purse that you had from 5 years ago. You're not vegan. You had leather shoes that you bought 4 years ago. You're not vegan. Oh, there's leather seats in your car. You're not vegan. Like,
wow.
Things that you could even transition for. So it's like, I just don't even want to deal with that scrutiny. So
so even if you did change to be a vegan, you wouldn't say. Mm-mm. Because you don't want to deal with vegan community. Do better. Do better, vegan community.
I think it's because it's such an important issue to you. Like, if you feel like something's being harmed or hurt, like, you want to try to do everything you can to help. Like, and I get that, but for me, that route of information delivery does not work for me. For me, I'm the type of person, since I'm like an alpha 2, I shut down. Like, I don't want to hear it. If you're that aggressive in my face, I don't even want to listen to anything you're saying. So there's different learning paths for everybody. Some people respond to that. People like me don't. So
yeah, I don't either. If you had to pick your top 5 palettes and get rid of the rest, what would they be?
It would be my Viseart Neutral. My Viseart Dark Matte.
Dark Matte. Yes.
My Modern Renaissance.
Yes. I can see that. The Subculture palette.
I'm not even going there with that. People are crazy.
That
was good, because those are colors I don't have on those mats.
It's a good palette. We worked it right? We were okay. We were okay blending it and picking it up with a flat shader brush. Yeah. Okay.
What about... so I need some more color. What else would I take in? I would take one of the Natasha Denonas. I would take
Which one?
I think I take the blue.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't like the star?
No, I take... Well, because I'm already getting the berry colors, and the other ones are all like a different mix of metallic. Yeah. So I think I would take that blue-green one. And then so
that's 3, right?
That's 4.
No, I said Subculture just to be an asshole.
No, I said the Neutral Matte, Dark Matte from Viseart, the Modern Renaissance, the Natasha Denona, one of the 28 pans, so now I just have one more.
Wow.
So I got shimmers, I got some mattes. I would want, I think, another... No, I got all shimmers, mattes. I think I would probably take... I really like the Queen of Hearts palette by...
Colored Rain.
Yeah, so I'd take that.
Oh, Colored Rain made it!
I think I'd have all the colors right there that I want.
Yeah, you would.
And finishes. So that would be it.
That's good.
Yeah, I never thought about that one.
No. I mean, I wouldn't have picked the Neutral from Viseart.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to work for me. But they have a darker one, right? No, I mean, no, they came out with
if I could pick a 6, I'd want the Baked Browns by Dose of Colors, too.
Yes.
Although I already picked
that formula.
I'm wearing that today.
Though.
It's good.
Oh my god. What's her name? What's her name?
Anna.
Girl.
She's coming out with new ones. You see on the page, it's like a peach berry colored one.
Oh my god, Anna. Anna, that formula. Anna, share it with everyone else.
They're good.
Do you think distributors should take a stronger stance against problematic companies by not carrying their brand? Specifically, Stephanie has been outspoken against Jeffree Star. I think it is highly admirable that she uses her platform to discuss deeper issues. But she is affiliated with Beautylish, Beauty Bay, etc., which carry Jeffree Star cosmetic brand. Would like to hear your thoughts about where responsibility ends given your background in the pro-beauty space.
Okay, so again, I know not everyone's going to agree with me on this, and that's fine, but I'm explaining where I'm coming from. Okay, so a lot of companies, for distributors, they have contracts with brands. And I can't get into all of the specifics of some of those, but when other factors come out, like those videos or issues with people being racist or saying inappropriate things, people are already selling their products there, if you catch my drift. And what companies care about, and the Beautylish in particular, I know the staff there. One of them is a white man, but the rest are all people of color. So do I think that they're being racist? No. But, and again, I vehemently do not like him. Like, I just am not a fan. But what a brand looks at is a lot of times not even lost sales. What they look at is if we have 10 lines, they look at what's selling. So if everybody decides not to buy from that company anymore and the only sales they're getting is from Jeffree Star products,
right,
they're going to continue to sell those because that's the product that's selling.
Absolutely.
So the most impact you can have is buying other lines and skipping over that line, because if everything else is selling and that one's sales are down, that's the line that can be kicked out. And sometimes those clauses are in contracts. If sales are down, but when sales are up. And also it's something that... And I mean, that's for everyone to make their mind up for themselves. If they aren't comfortable, then by all means, don't do that. But I know the staff there; they're very nice people. I don't agree with the responses I've seen on some of those things. I know Nils is really open to hear people's feedback if you email him directly.
Yeah, email him.
But same thing. Like, is everyone going to stop shopping at Sephora then because Benefit put Jeffree Star on the cover of one of their products?
Nope.
I don't think so. So it's one of those things, you vote with your dollars. You can still purchase from brand. You can still purchase for me, I won't buy from the brand that's working with that person. If it's a distributor, to me, that's a horse of a different color.
Right.
So I understand. But for me, that's what works for me.
Right.
You have to vote with your dollars. So if you shop and buy other products and you skip over those, again, they're going to look, these 9 other lines are selling and this 10th one isn't.
Not selling.
Yeah, so why is that? And then they reevaluate their contract. But if people pull back and then no one's buying anything except for those teenagers or whoever else is flooding the site to buy those products, that's going to be their number one seller. Of course they're going to keep it, because brands have investors. They have people to answer to. And unfortunately, business is there to make money, not to make friends or necessarily do what's politically correct.
Absolutely. So if you guys that are bitching out there every day who want change, you have to show the company that you are not going to be putting your money in that person.
Yeah.
Put it elsewhere.
And that's the biggest thing, though. If they see the swing for other brands and not that one, then they notice there's a problem.
Like,
versus if people just stop shopping with them, then they're like, oh, maybe the economy is bad. Maybe that person, they're not buying anymore. Right. But this product is a hot seller for us. Maybe we need to take on more. It's like, no.
Have you ever found yourself in a negative situation with passive-aggressive female coworkers who were negative, mean assholes towards you? Considering your vast business experience, how have you... or would you handle that?
I'm trying to think. So, in the jobs I've had, I've been pretty lucky to, except for recently.
Right. Oh my God.
Recently,
right.
Yeah, I had an interaction with somebody from a bad review that I gave. Someone that was affiliated with them, I'll just say. It wasn't directly that company.
Affiliated.
But was best friends with that company and had some friction there. And again, I know my value that I add to jobs. I know what I'm capable of. So again, I don't shy away from confrontation about that. So I just asked her point blank, why are you running your mouth? Like, I know what you're saying about me to other people in the industry, and the person tried to say that they weren't saying that, and I know that they were.
Yeah.
So I think we're just facing the problem head on. I mean, you don't want to be like taking off your nails and your earrings that you're going to fight somebody.
Like, what'd you say? Like,
what did you say to me?
What?
But,
Universal.
Yeah, but I just think you can say, hey, I'd appreciate it if you keep your mouth off me. If you have a problem or something you'd like to discuss, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer whatever questions you may have. And I think once you start doing that, it does take, like, again, I know people don't like that comment, but I call it balls. It takes some balls. It takes a little balls, and then once you do it, you're like, oh, I got this. I can do this again. So it's important to set those boundaries. Because there are some people that if they learn they can treat you like a doormat, they will wipe their feet on you every day and make your life miserable until you stand up for yourself, and then they'll be like, okay, she's not the one.
She's not the one.
She's not the one. Let me go home and take it out on somebody else, because I'm not getting away with it on her. So I think the thing is if you're doing your job, you're doing a good job, you have no reason not to stand up for yourself. And again, some people, I prefer to always handle things on my own. There are some people that want to involve upper management, but again, I can tell you for a lot of things, you don't always get ahead by tattletaling on everyone.
No, your mama told you not to tattle.
Even if it's a real issue, I mean, like, say Sally in the office is talking shit to you all the time. It's
Sally,
like,
girl?
Yeah, I don't even know.
No, Sally.
Say it's Sally or whatever in your office that's being rude to you all the time. I don't necessarily, and it depends on how far it goes,
right.
You know, obviously. But if she's just making snide comments or passive-aggressive comments to you, I don't think running to HR is necessarily going to help you at all.
Direct with Sally.
Because then what will happen is she'll get a write-up, and then she knows you went and told on her, so sometimes she might make your life even worse. And if promotions ever come up, typically the people that complain the most were going to be the ones that are passed over, because they don't want to put someone that's a complainer in a higher position, because then you have more chance to come back and sue them, or severance packages, just different things like that. So I would always rather handle it myself. Yeah. Everyone's going to be different.
I'd be going to Sally. Excuse me, Sally. We have to
just ask,
girl.
like, hey, Sally, what curled up your butt and died? Well, if she's making passive-aggressive comments, I'd be like, what curled up your butt and died?
Sally.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Sally.
And maybe you could do it in a funny way. Like, that's the way I do stuff. I say stuff in a funny way. Like, if someone's doing that, I'm like, hey, what crawled up your ass and died today? Yeah. And then they're like, you make it funny and just laugh about it. And then they'll be like, okay, maybe I'm being a jerk.
What's her motive to do so much research concerning brands and companies, and how does she deal with the bullshit comments? Because, oh Lord, there is a lot.
Okay, so I think everybody's personality is different. Like, I'll take an example. I am very analytical. Like, I like to learn things. I like to dissect things I learn. It could be something like I'm sitting on the couch watching a show, and I want to know who this person is, so I look them up, and I'm like, oh, did you know that they were in this, and that, and their parents are these people?
Yeah.
My dad, when I was a kid, I just like to learn things. And so I'd ask him, if space is black and why is the sky blue? And my dad would tell me, go look it up in the encyclopedia and then come to dinner and tell me why.
And then tell me why.
Yeah. So I am a big, and I do that with my mentee. I always say, every week we have a did you know. I'll tell her something, and she'll tell me something that I didn't know. And then the next week, I'll make her tell me what it was, and I'll repeat to her what it was. So the information retention. But I always say, like, did you know? And I find myself doing that a lot. So I always ask Keegan, I'm like, do you ever want to punch me? Because it sounds like I'm like being a know-it-all sometimes. And he's like, sometimes you do remind me of my brother. He's like, because his brother does that too. But it's fun, though. It's not stuff that I'm thinking like, oh, I'm smarter than you. It's like, I looked it up. Yeah. It's not like stuff I just know.
And I'm sharing.
Yeah, because I think it's interesting. Yeah. So same thing with brands. In the beginning, I don't think I really did. But then as I was doing research, I started finding out a lot of these owners had really interesting stories. So I just think it's interesting to tell you about it for what the inspiration of the brand or the product came from.
How do you feel when people comment stuff like, I'm going to wait for Stephanie Nicole's review. She's the only one I trust.
I mean, for my ego, it's like, thanks. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate the trust, but it also is, it feels, I don't know how to describe it. It's a responsibility.
Yes, it is.
And it is a big responsibility, because if I say I don't like something, that can lead people to be like, oh, this product sucks. And it's like, no.
It's just that
exactly. I don't even necessarily mean it like that. And believe me, I've had some creators even tweeting that, like, look, I watch Steph Nicole too, and I like her videos, but I know how to use things too. I'm like, guys, don't do that. Don't go on other people's videos and tell them, you're not doing it right. Watch Stephanie's video. Like, I love you guys. Thanks for having that much faith in me. But everybody's opinions vary, and just because someone says something's good and I say something's bad, or vice versa, it does not mean that they're right, I'm wrong, or vice versa. It's just different opinions. So
sometimes it does. It just depends on what it is.
It depends.
Don't agree with me. I'm saying it.
I mean, I don't do this. Like, I have a very good life outside of social media, and I have all the friends. I mean, I'm always up to make new friends, but I have all the friends I could use. So it's like, if people online don't like me, it's like, I'll sleep okay.
It's all right.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm definitely not making friends with you guys commenting that shit. Like, Steph Nicole says, and they're like,
right, and they're so mad.
I know, some people get mad, but that's okay.
So mad.
I can't control what other people say. I can only control what I say.
What's a product that you used to love and now hate?
No, I don't really have anything like that. Just because normally I know right away if I hate it.
You have that bag of
No, that's all shit I hated from the beginning.
Oh.
I know, because this is the thing. When I start trying something, I never form my opinion. Sometimes I'll dip in and I'll be like, ooh, this is nice. And other times I pretty much can know right away.
Oh, dang.
And I think the reason for that is because I try so much stuff. It'd be different if I only had like 5 things to compare it to. But since I try so many products, I know pretty much right away if I'm going to like it or not. And I can come to maybe not like something, how it'll wear. But there's nothing that I've ever loved that I now hate. Like, everything I love, I still love. That's why you can watch my favorite videos, and literally it's the same shit for 2 years. Like, all the products are the same.
I wonder what your educational background is. Chemistry major? Did you go to cosmetology school, etc.?
I went to school, undergrad, for economics and art history. I went to grad school when I thought that I went to get my doctorate of pharmacy. So I took chem, inorganic chem, a bunch of chems. Now what I do, I don't discuss that because there are some psychos, and I like to try to keep a little myself insulated a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, I did not go to cosmetology school. My mother did. My sister did. I work with cosmetologists, but again, I work in the manufacturing aspect of it. I don't apply products to people. I don't do their hair. I understand how the products work. I understand color formulations and things like that. But I if you can't tell, I'm not necessarily the most people person, so I don't think being in a service industry is a very good idea for me. Where I have to work with people all day. So if I ever have a question about like how products apply or different things like that, I can ask my mother or my sister or any of my friends that are in the industry that work on that side. So it's a good pairing. I always joke and say we're like the Megatron of beauty. Like, I can get my mom,
Megatron,
my sister, myself, because I have more of the business understanding of it, and even the formulation understanding of it, and my sister and my mother have more, they're artistic, which I am not. I can barely draw stick figures to save my life. Yeah, which is okay. We all have our strengths.
If you could change one thing about the YouTube beauty community overnight, what would it be?
I think people expecting everybody to be the same. More so the fact of, like, literally people will try to rip you apart that you're not energetic enough, or you don't do this enough, or you don't act like this person, or you're not, I don't know. It's just like everyone's always trying to shove you into this peg hole that they want you to fit in. And it's not even so much the creators, because I think the creators get it so much too.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it like this. Everyone knows Beyonce is not using fucking Feria hair dye on her hair.
Nope.
Right?
But
she can come out and do commercials like that, and it's okay with people. I think people just need to understand YouTube is now the same.
Right.
There are commercials on YouTube and some people's videos that are sponsored content, just like there is online. And no one's trolling Beyonce, calling her a stupid bitch if she doesn't use Feria in her hair, which we all know.
We all know she's
These
not
people are not using Pantene on their hair either.
They are not.
No. So I think as long as you just go into that understanding and always make your mind up for yourself. Do not look to anybody to tell you the answers for anything. It's like, I'm going to give you what my opinion is, but I always give you all of the facts on the product so you can decide if that is good for you, and then try the formula yourself. Don't ever let me or anybody else tell you to like something or dislike something.
Right. Oh, that was deep.
No, it's true. I can't stand that. It's like I said, there's some stuff that you like, and people get so mad about that. That's what I wish I could change. Like, I'm like, oh, you like that, you stupid bitch, Ripley? I'm not talking to you. I hate you.
Bitch.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, I know I like it, so I'm sorry if you don't like it. Or vice versa,
I'm not sorry that you don't like it, because I don't care.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm just like...
Okay.
I don't take that offense to that.
I am not offended.
Yeah.
Keep scrolling. Keep it moving. How you decided to make YouTube videos? Did we do that one already?
No. Well, I started 2.5 years ago, almost 3 maybe. 2.5 years ago, I used to send a lot of creators, Ardell eyelashes or tools and things, and I would just tell them, hey, if you guys really like this, and this was like years ago though, before YouTube was as big as it is now, and people were happy to do it. They would get some free product and they'd get to use them in their looks, and I'd tell them, oh, only if you like them, you talk about them. Then I remember as YouTube started getting bigger, I would send these people products, and then all of a sudden I'd get an email back from their manager telling me if I wanted them to even consider their product, it was $5,000.
What?
Come again? Come again? I was like,
have a seat, sir.
No. And then they would start with, here's our rate card for placement in videos, or mentioning it, or putting in a favorites, or whatever it was. And I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I was a lot older. I'm about 10 years. I'm about 10 years older. Yeah. So I was like, I can do this. So I got the equipment, which you don't even need that. You can do on your phone or film on anything, but I had a job that allowed me to, and I wasn't doing YouTube for money, because you don't make money at it for a while, and even when you do, depending on how many videos you put out, you'd make more money. Like, I don't really put out a whole lot of videos. I don't do
Trust me, I'm trying to make her do it. I'm trying.
My videos take me too long.
They do. Even this is long. It won't be when you guys watch it, though.
Editing will be so quick for me on this, though. It's all the information, the layers, like all those little titles on the side, and factoring in the cost and all of that stuff is what takes the longest, and then dropping it all in.
Well, because you're so detailed.
I'm anal.
Oh my God, she's detailed. I saw one of the videos that she was editing, and you can see all these layers. I think you've even put up a photo on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can just see all the layers and the sides, the arm, and the lineups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, girl, I'm sleepy.
I know. If I didn't put as much into my videos, I could put out more, but I just can't do that just because literally my eye would twitch. Stuff bothers me about things. I'll be like, I can't do it.
Can't do it. Ain't gonna do it. Do you think they'll change the formula of the subculture palette because of the backlash?
No.
I don't either.
There's nothing wrong with the palette. They might try to press it a little harder just because that's what people were asking, but I think it'll definitely change the pigmentation of it. Just because you won't pick up as much, you'll probably have to build up the color a lot more.
Build up the color?
No,
shit is pigmented.
I know, but if they press it so hard that you're only picking up a little at a time on your brush, you probably have to go back in, which seems like, this is the thing. I always question, like, if you tell me you tried it and you hate it, cool, I respect that. Whatever. If you've never even tried it and you're online chatting shit, just being rude, being like, this is the worst palette ever, get your shit together. It's like, dude, pick a different cause.
Yeah.
Like, what are you even talking about? Some people just like to hop on a bandwagon and just bash someone for something that they've never even tried. And again, we all have different opinions on things. There are some things that I hate that some people love. I love that palette.
Nothing wrong with it.
It's so pigmented, and all the colors showed up on you.
Every single one.
Yeah, that's like one of the few palettes that every single color in there worked.
And it blended fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good palette, man.
Subculture.
Subculture, man. ABH.
I know.
ABH. All right, last question.
Okay.
Ride or die eyeshadow palette that's also pigmented enough for women of color. Period.
I think it would be
the Viseart Dark
Mattes, but I can't do a complete look with that for me.
For you cannot?
No.
Okay. Oh, because you got marshmallow problems.
Yeah, like I would need a lighter transition color. Or then I would say that something that would work on everybody would be the Queen of Hearts palette.
Queen of Hearts.
I love that palette.
Queen of Hearts.
It's good. And that was formulated. But the owner is black. So she made it so they show up on her and they show up on me. Some of them I have to go in with a slightly lighter hand because I am so light that I need to
for me, I'm like
not too pigmented. Yeah. But I think that's a great palette for everybody.
Yep. Yeah. Queen of Hearts palette, Colored Rain.
Okay. All right, guys. We have a dinner that we're going to now. So we're going to let you guys go. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.